Hi, we've been talking about storytelling, and we could not talk about that subject without talking about the plot twist. And there are moments in life and in stories where there's just an unexpected change. We've all lived through it, and some of them, I believe wholeheartedly, are divine. God does put us in positions once in a while where something has to change, where something unexpected happens, and we have to adapt and move forward regardless of the change that's occurred. It can be difficult, it can be sad, it can be traumatic, but that's part of the human experience. And so, how do we deal with that, and how do we teach our grandchildren about it? How do we teach them that unexpected change is to be expected? Number one, it will happen at some point. And then what do we learn from it, or what can we look to those experiences to learn and to take from it to make us wiser and more capable of dealing with life in the future? So here's just a quick list I came up with, and you may have some things to add to this. I'd love to hear them. But there are always learning opportunities in plot twists and unexpected change. We can learn something new about ourselves, about our family, about other people around us, and about experiences. We develop strength. Okay, sometimes that's a hard one. You don't want to get strong through crisis, but all of us will have a certain amount of crisis in our life, and we will become stronger people because of it. Our hearts and our minds will be stronger by having to work through the difficulties. We develop resiliency. You've got to be able to bounce back. Life is full of things that we can't plan for, and we need to be resilient. We need to be able to stretch and turn and come back to normal after difficult times. So, resiliency is a great skill or character trait. Flexibility. Sometimes you just got to be willing to be flexible, make the change and move on, and don't bat an eye. We become more creative with unexpected experiences. Solving problems, that kind of skill comes out of unexpected change and unexpected plot twists, if you will. Discovering those new opportunities. Some examples. One of the most common ones you'll hear is somebody loses a job. They think it's the end of the world, and then they go on to discover something they really love, and their life is so much better. The quality of life goes up, and they say, losing that job or getting fired was the best thing that ever happened to me. So teach your grandkids to look for those silver linings. Many, many times they are there to be found if, and that is capital I, capital F, if we will look for it, if we will pause, quit complaining, quit grousing, quit crying, whatever, and just start looking for what might be the good that can come out of this new life change, and what might we discover. What have you experienced that you would call a divinely orchestrated plot twist in your life? And maybe in the moment you weren't too happy about what God was allowing to happen, but looking back, you say it was the best thing. Or maybe in the moment you did know God was doing something wonderful. You didn't know what it was yet, but you were going into it with enthusiasm and trust. Think about the twists and turns in your life and share some stories with us.